Again, when a knife is that good, they take the recipe and they make it a fixed blade. Sometimes if a fixed blade is that popular, they make it into a folder and vice versa. So that's what we got going on here. So we got the Kizer paperwork, we have a wiping cloth, we have a sticker and some additional hardware, as well as some additional Omega springs, right? I always give kudos to Kizer for adding all that extra stuff on the box for you. And this one again comes at a really great price. We'll talk about that in a moment, but here we go. I know you guys are excited. If you've been in the knife world for any amount of time up until this point, you know this one here is a sweet one. And if you're brand new to the knife hobby, maybe you came from a short or from TikTok, listen, you're in for a treat. Carbon fiber scales going on this one. Very similar to the carbon fiber that we saw here on the Kizer Varatas. And yeah, definitely one you can feel if you run your finger through it, right? Definitely feels nice and good quality right there. This one's going to be a crossbar lock, but not just any crossbar lock. It's going to be Kizer's clutch lock. So we'll talk more about that in a moment. Let's go ahead and get this thing deployed. So bam, without further ado, here we go, guys. The drop bear, the actual folder, right? At last making a debut here in the channel. Again, this knife is not brand new. This thing has been going around for quite a while, and it's a very, very popular model here from Kizer. One of perhaps their most popular knife. You saw me overcompensating on the clutch lock there. You really don't have to. You just got to give it a small flick of the wrist. You want to let it drop. Get it? Drop bear. Pun intended. Yeah, really, really great action here with the clutch lock crossbar locking system. The great news is you actually can, right? You can actually choose the tension on this one. There are different little holes, right, that allow you to choose the tension on the clutch lock right there. So I'm actually going to show a picture on the screen so you can see what it looks like. It's a little bit hard to see here, everything being all blacked out and all. But yeah, if you find that it's too loose, you can tighten it up a bit. If it's too tight, you can loosen it up a bit. That works. And of course, we have a drop point blade, which is always a safe bet. Can't go wrong with a drop point blade. Beautiful switch right here, flat grind. Going on with a satin finish, Nitro-V steel, which again has been, right, hair shaving in the past. I will be doing a scientific cutting test here in just a moment. So also not very thick, so you know it's going to be a great slicer as well. And check out the amount of jimping you get on this bad boy, right? We got jimping here for days. So if you want to put your thumb here or here or here, anywhere, right, you got a whole lot of jimping right there. That is just what the doctor ordered, great for EDC. And we have thumb studs, right, for thumb deployment, reverse flick. Nice cutout here on the handle on both sides. So if I thumb deploy it, right, that looks good or feels good. And if I reverse flick it, oh man, same deal here. Right, let me just make sure, there we go, get a good grip on it. I'm using the nail of my middle finger like that, right? So there we go, that's the reverse Spidey flick, if you would. And of course, we can deploy using the crossbar lock or clutch lock itself. So needless to say, it's going to be a very fidget-friendly knife and also a very ambidextrous-friendly knife. So I can use it with my left hand as well, right? So you can see here, even though I have zero dexterity on my left hand since birth, but we have a deep pocket carry clip, which is awesome. And the great news is also reversible for lefties out there. So that is an absolute win right there, through and through. Both righties and lefties can enjoy this knife alike. Great alignment there, smack in the middle. And checking the lock up, yeah, that's going to be very robust, rock solid right there. No movement, no side to side movement of any kind, right? Got to dig that. So yeah, overall, I mean, for EDC, right, it's not too big of a knife, not too small of a knife. As a matter of fact, because it is carbon fiber, let's go ahead and throw it here on the scale really quick. Look at that, under 3 ounces, 2.7 ounces right there, or 77 grams. That is a really good weight if you ask me. I mean, it doesn't really feel too heavy. It's really not a feather either. Just feels like a good balancing weight right there for EDC. Now let's do some size comparisons here if you would. Here is that Fixie, again, based on the actual folder. So this one came out first, and then recently, I think maybe last month or so, the Drop Bear fixed blade dropped. I think they went for a slightly smaller approach. I mean, you still got the folder. It's a little bit lengthier one. Kizer does have a plethora of really good EDC fixed blades, but I'm glad they went a little bit shorter. This one does have a trick up its sleeve. You can use a pair of tweezers here. It also has, I believe, a toothpick. So there are the tweezers and the toothpick right there. So that's pretty neat. Well, a little extra, a little bit of Swiss Army knife action right there on your EDC fixed blade. And you can forward choke with a finger choil on this one. Feels really nice. Feels really nice on hand. So that's this guy. Before I take it away, Let me pop in here that Varatas. I was showing you the similar carbon fiber right there. This one, of course, is a larger knife, as you can see. Both of these rocking, I believe, Nitro-V steel. Right? But yeah, got a lot going on here, man. Great for EDC, great, you know, fidget-friendly action, ease of manipulation, quick deployment. You know, when you take your knife out of your pocket and you want to do a quick task, like cut something, you know, this right here, right? Just do your thing, right? Boom, boom, right? Fold it back in the pocket. Quickest transaction ever right there. So that feels nice. Loving the feel, right? The actual texture you can feel on these carbon fiber scales. So they're like a G10 carbon fiber blend, right? So it's like, maybe if I zoom out here enough, you can see this bottom portion looks like G10, and then maybe there's like a tiny little layer of carbon fiber on top of it, right? You can probably see a little bit better here, maybe not. A little bit easier to see right there. But I mean, I don't mind that at all. It still feels lightweight, so I don't mind that. And, right, got some texture to it also. There's so many variants to the drop bear. If you want it in titanium, if you want it in ultim, if you want it in a transparent, clear scale. There's even some Father's Day specials going on here, dropping soon. Available right now, actually. If you want to pick them up for the dad in your life, even if the dad in your life is yourself, gift yourself this, or, you know, maybe send it to your wife or your kids as a little hint, like, hey, this is what I might want for Father's Day, right? So check it out right there. These are available, and I'll drop them down below as well, so you guys can check those out. Let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. What do you love about the drop bear? Do you own a drop bear? Chances are you already own one of these bad boys, and you've been putting it to work. Let me know your thoughts, your experience with it so far. What do you love about it, like about it, anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out down in the comment section below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.